Alright, what's good everybody? It is me, JT, and we are back today with another video. It's a very exciting day because if you haven't seen it already, Nintendo Direct has been shown off. It has been announced, it's been revealed. Many different games and many different lovable characters have been shown off in today's Nintendo Direct, and I've finished watching it. I collected a note filled with games that I think were very interesting and a general opinion on how this Nintendo Direct went, since it's been over 500 days since we had our last major Nintendo Direct. This one was 50 minutes, held a lot of great game titles. It obviously had a Smash reveal that was very exciting to many fans of the Xenoblade series, and yeah, so I sort of just want to hop in by talking about some of the games that I like to see. So of course we have to go without a doubt and highlight Super Smash Bros. Ultimate with its appearance of Pyra and Mythra coming into the game. This is something that everybody wanted. We all love to see it. You love to see Pyra and Mythra, and they even threw a little bit of Rex action in there. He's not the main protagonist when it comes to being a fighter, but I don't think anybody really wanted that. They just wanted to see Pyra and Mythra there for many different reasons, and I'm very excited for it. You know, I think that this character is going to have a lot of love. Many of these characters are made with love and care. Hopefully it plays good in the competitive sense, and hopefully, you know, things will get better with the competitive community. I know that Nintendo and the Smash community haven't been exactly the best lately, but hopefully with more announcements and more things talked about by Masahiro Sakurai and his team, the characters will look well and play well as well. But very good reveal on that end. So the next thing I wanted to talk about on this list was Monster Hunter Rise. They actually showed off more trailers, more actions for Monster Hunter, and again, while I'm very unfamiliar with the games including Monster Hunter, I do have Monster Hunter World and I've played it a little bit. I enjoyed seeing the monsters in this game. This is definitely taking a giant scope for a Nintendo Switch game. It seems to look well and run well. Hopefully I can see that performance in hand myself when we pick it up when it comes available, but this game looks absolutely fantastic. I'm glad that they showed it off. I was actually predicting that they would show off more of Monster Hunter Rise because it's coming out very soon. If I'm not mistaken, it comes out in March, and it is going to make a lot of waves in the gaming community. It's one of those games where you get together with friends, you grind it out, and you push to have a really good team coordination and combat sense. Now, there's obviously another game that piqued my interest, and it's aligned with Octopath Traveler. Octopath Traveler was one of my favorite games. You know, it just looks beautiful, it plays beautiful, it's just a very unique game that looks astounding on the Switch, and they actually created a new game called Triangle Strategy. That's a working title. It's not going to be the final name because that looks very weird, but it's what they do with Octopath games. You know, they put a working title in until they find something better in the end of the run, and that game's going to be coming out. I think it's coming out along in 2022, something that we'll have to wait for obviously, but they have a demo coming out. I'll make sure to look into that, but there's a demo coming out for that, and it just looks beautiful. You know, they took a turn on it and they made it less of an RPG game that you would see out of like an early Final Fantasy game and turned it into more of a turn-based strategy like you would see in Fire Emblem or even in XCOM games with that same applied art style. I'm very happy that this game is being continued. I was hoping for a sequel, and they seem to have brung it on there. Another game that really caught my interests, and it's not one of my favorite games personally, but I know a big audience is surrounded around it, is Fall Guys. You know, everybody's been wanting Fall Guys to come to Nintendo Switch. A lot of people have been talking about it. Just the game being mobile and being there would be something very exciting for a lot of Nintendo users and for users in general that just enjoy the Fall Guys install base, the Fall Guys experience. They get that opportunity. It's coming to Switch. It's gonna play easily. We know that it's not that big of a, you know, game where you have to worry about things performing well, and I'm very excited that it was able to occur on Switch. You know, they made that happen. That's something that's very unique there. Another unique game that I haven't really seen in a while is Plants vs. Zombies Battle for Neighborville. Now, if you guys and gals didn't know, Plants vs. Zombies has actually continued for a very long time. It's actually a very popular game. It's been going on for a while, and this is one of the more third-person shooter games with your lovable Plants vs. Zombies characters in it. And I'm glad to see this coming to Switch. You know, it looks very good. The gameplay at least looked very good. I saw it on the stream there, and I think the performance of this game would be spectacular on the Nintendo Switch. I think that we're gonna have a very good time playing this, and that's gonna release and really bring back more of the Plants vs. Zombies install base, the people who play the game, the viewer base of that, because I would love to see a comeback for this game. It's one of those classic games that you love, you know. It's Plants vs. Zombies. It's just such an iconic series that many people have played. So yeah, big ups to Nintendo on that one. Another thing that caught my interest was Miitopia. Now Miitopia is one of my favorite games on the 3DS. I think that it's an amazing title. I'm glad to see them bringing that over from the 3DS onto the Nintendo Switch, but my only complaint about that is that there is no extra content besides what you make of it. Of course, that's what Miitopia is supposed to be, but I was sort of hoping for a little bit more of pizzazz to it, you know, maybe like another storyline, another route that you could take. But no, it just seems like they ported it from the 3DS to the Switch, which is okay by me because not many people got to experience Miitopia, and they will be doing that now. The next thing I kind of wanted to express is not exactly a game that was shown off, but it was more of an announcement. You know, they talked about Breath of the Wild 2 and how that game is not ready yet to be revealed, and that kind of made me sad, not gonna lie. You know, I was very saddened by that news because we've been waiting for so long. We haven't really gotten a direct flow of good information for Breath of the Wild 2, but it seems like the developers want to take their time, and you know, we're not the ones to force them. We can't force them. They develop when they want to, so we'll be seeing more information on that game later on this month. I'll be talking about that more in detail when we get those informations, and hopefully the game will make it to a end of the year release, maybe into 2022, but let's hope it's not like another 7-year gap, because I would love to experience this game as best as I can within a good time frame. Finally, I wanted to talk about Splatoon 3. Splatoon 3 is something I actually predicted a few videos ago when I was talking about my initial thoughts on what Nintendo will reveal here soon, and Splatoon 3 was definitely the next title about it. It was something that's there, you know, the game looks freaking beautiful, it looks amazing, and there's definitely a new depth to this title. It looks like you have a little pet buddy that you can run around with this time. We've been trying to build up and being the typical Inkopolis area, and now we've been evolving everything, and you could really see the society of Splatoon 3 evolving. You know, this is a more modernized version. There's obviously going to be modern weapons, modern Splatfests, new celebrations. Hopefully they're going to bring back Salmon Run, because that was a really good title, and put more emphasis on it in terms of a story-wide thing. I would love to see that occur there. But yes, Splatoon 3 is coming to Nintendo Switch in 2022, and I am all for it. But that will be all from my opinion on this Nintendo Direct. It's now time to turn it over to you. What do you think about this Nintendo Direct? Do you think it was good, bad? Do you think it was too long or too short? Do you think that there were certain games that didn't need to be there? Or do you think they should have added more games on there as well? I would love to hear your thoughts down in the comments below. Without further ado, peace out.